Alright, so buckle up. We're about 3 weeks out from Neverness to Everness's release, and today we're going to be talking about all the features and doing a little bit of an in-depth dive into what the game has to offer. Whether you're a new person looking forward to the game or somebody who's been anticipating it for a while, we're going to be talking about everything that the game has to offer and why I'm looking forward to it so much. Now imagine a city where on your morning commute, you just might be interrupted by like a gravity-defying whale or a hallway that loops forever, and that's basically just like Neverness to Everness in a nutshell. It's a cool, interesting, new, unique world with Hethereau and what it has to offer in contrast to a lot of the other gacha games that we've gotten to play over the years. It's like part RPG, part urban supernatural thriller, part racing game. Like, it's got a lot going on, and you could be a business tycoon on top of all that. The world of Neverness to Everness is pretty cool. It's built in Unreal Engine 5, so it looks fantastic. And they swapped out your typical kill group of mobs to get a chest, like exploration methods. Now we've got something a little bit more interesting in my opinion. We've got anomalies. So instead of just clearing camps, we'll be hunting down these like SCP-style anomalies. And there's a lot of variety here. There's platforming, there's like crazy spooky abandoned hospitals and puzzles and all sorts of things that kind of play with your perception of the world itself. And they're not just like a one-off thing where you open a chest and get some kind of currency. Instead, it makes the world feel like alive and you're one of these anomaly hunters and you're actually doing that job. You're like the city's Ghostbuster, and you're doing way more than just killing a group of hilichurls for a chest, which might get stale after the 100th time. And aside from that, there's exploring the world, which of course you can run, you can jump, you can climb, but you could also roll around on a moped, or you can commandeer cars and cruise around in cars and all sorts of cool stuff there. It's got City Tycoon management to make the city feel more like alive. The city does feel very alive with all the NPCs and everything walking around. It's super cool. There's a lot of mini games and stuff, and only more to come, I'm sure, as the game progresses. But watch out, because when you steal a car, or commandeer a car, or commit crimes or whatever, the Warrant System gets involved, which is why it gets compared to GTA all the time, even though it's much more of a Yakuza anime game than it is GTA. But if you start a little chaos in the city fights back a little bit. Neverness to Everness has their Warrant System, and you could get the star levels, and at higher star levels, the Bureau of Anomaly Control sends out their elite squads after you, and then if you get busted, you're stuck in jail. You get sent to the Detention Center, where you could literally just wait out your sentence and hang out, or you could pay like a fee to get out, pay the fine, or you could try and escape jail, which is also pretty cool. There's a lot of stuff going on there, which I'm sure people are going to love to explore once they actually get into the game. I know I'm definitely looking forward to that. And if you're looking forward to Neverness to Everness as much as I am, please consider subscribing. We're going to be live streaming day one, and probably for a majority of the first week on the game's release. We're going to be doing a ton of giveaways, and if I happen to hit 1,000 subscribers during that period, I'll be shaving my luscious locks live on stream, and that'd be a lot of fun. So subscribe and stick around for more. Next up, building on top of what we were talking about earlier, we've got the City Tycoon, like economy, that whole thing, which is pretty sweet. You're not just fighting monsters in this game, you're building like an empire in the city. That's kind of a part of the game's like core play loop. In Arknights, you had the factory system. In this game, we're going to have business management, where you can own and operate shops, like a cafe or whatever, which helps you generate in-game currency, and you can build up a little bit of passive income there. Why work a real job when you can play a job in a game? That's what I'm talking about. And then you've got like the garage, where you're able to customize your cars, and the car customization is pretty cool. That either tickles your fancy or it doesn't. I grew up playing like Need for Speed, and I'm not a car guy, but I enjoyed those games when I was a teenager, so it'll be pretty fun exploring that in this game. I'm hoping that they continue to improve on the driving system. In the CBT, it did feel a little weightless at times, but it also felt pretty decent at other times, so I'm excited to see how that continues to feel. I really enjoyed cruising around in the beta test and just like exploring the city. It looks super beautiful, and that's going to be kind of just a fun time. I'm sure there'll be times when I'll zone out and just like cruise around for 5-10 minutes before moving on to my next progression thing or whatever. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands here. And then wrapping up the City Tycoon stuff, we've got the real estate portion of things. Once you hit a certain like tycoon level, I think it's level 5, you can buy actual property in the game, from like a little like 1-bedroom apartment all the way up to a giant mansion right in the world, which is cool. There's no loading or anything. You just walk up to a house, and I know it's not like an MMO or anything, but that kind of anime Sims like feature, I'm sure a lot of people are going to have fun with that. I'm pretty excited to get my bachelor pad rocking, you know. And then moving on to the more standard fare, we've got the combat system and the gearing system. Combat is fast-paced, team-based. You have a team of 4, and you'll build your teams around the Esper Cycle system, where you rotate through your characters and you hit specific elemental triggers to activate the different reactions which deal damage. And then of course you've got your regular skills and your ultimates, and that's all pretty standard fare. You've got parries, you've got dodges. It feels good. I'm not sure how it'll match up to like Wuthering Waves, which is like my favorite combat other than like turn-based lazy combat, but it does feel good, so I think that there's a lot of potential there. And then the gearing system is pretty unique. It feels like their gacha system, where it's just a little funky, because instead of equipping different slots, you have the console system, which is almost like a game of Tetris. You have a grid where you put modules onto the grid, and they come in different shapes. You fit these onto the grid, and there'll definitely be an optimal way to equip these. So while it feels unique and cool, I'm not sure how special it is. Like with the gacha system, you've got the game board where you roll a dice, which feels unique and cool, but at the end of the day, you're still just rolling 10 and hoping to hit, you know? Which, talking about the gacha system, I think it is pretty sweet that we're going to have a 0-50-50 gacha system for the limited banner. And I'm curious to see how they offset that with your ability to unlock standard characters, because you won't be spooked by standard characters, and you'll have to accumulate them through only pulling on the standard banner, which I doubt many people are going to spend their currency on the standard banner. So I'm hoping that they give us a decent amount of standard banner pulls regularly, so that we could build pity there and get the standard 5-star characters as well, or S-rank characters, whatever they're called. But I'm excited to see how it plays out. I like that it's no 50-50 personally, and I like the inclusion of the glider skins and the character skins on the gacha board. I think that that is a pretty cool feature that offers more than just your character. You can also get lucky and get their skin, and I think that that is fun. And I like fun things in my games. Which, another feature that I think is pretty fun is the bond system. You are able to bond with your characters. You don't just pull your characters, you get to hang out with them. You'll run into them randomly, like walking through the city, at a convenience store, or at a park, and you're able to give them gifts and spend time with them, and this unlocks actual interactions in the game. At different levels, you can unlock things like having your favorite character ride along with you in your vehicle as a passenger, or you can unlock special animations like hand-holding or hugging, which makes them feel like your real friend, because that's what we're looking for in these gacha games. Parasocial relationships with digital characters. So I love that. And then wrapping it up, I think that Neverness to Everness is a like goofy, kind of lighthearted, but also like supernatural spooky game. I think that the story is gonna probably be pretty light, but we'll see what direction they take it in. I think it offers a lot to do. There's a variety of mini games. There's like rhythm games, there's mahjong. I think it's setting itself apart by kind of being a anime Sims life simulator, like urban anime Yakuza life sim. I think it's offering a unique experience in that way, and I think it's really cool. I'm really looking forward to playing the game in the next 23 days, 24 days, but I'd love to know what you guys are the most excited for. Drop a comment down below letting me know what you are most excited for as the game is getting closer and closer to coming out. Subscribe for future Neverness to Everness content. Check out my tier list, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.